Hey guys, so it's Sunday morning and I'm just playing around in my tanks today and taking care of some business that's gone unattended for too long. As you can see, the 65-gallon tank has gotten very overgrown. Usually I don't let the Rotella get so long. At first I was growing it out for a reason, as I was going to clip some and send some to Lisa Aquaria. But I don't think I'm going to be able to do that right now, and I'll let you guys know the reason why in a different video. But I just thought I would show you quickly the before. I do the big trim and clean in this tank, and then I'll show you an after just so you can see the end result of my hard work. But first I want to show you how crazily long the Rotella in this tank has gotten since I last did a trim. Just crazy. It looks really nice. I just feel like it blocks out a lot of the light in this tank and can start to look a little ratty after a while if you don't trim it. But you'll see some of these pieces are really long. It's probably like 4 feet long if I was to trim it from the bottom. It's pretty crazy. And I think there might even be some longer ones in the back. Yeah, these ones are longer. It's pretty crazy. So I just wanted to show you a quick before video, and then I'll come back and show you what it looks like afterwards. Alright, so the big trim is complete and I think it looks a lot better. I always forget how crisp and clean this tank looks when I do a big trim. Generally, after I've finished, I always think that it looks a little bit bare, or that I've cut things back a little bit too much. But in my experience, it's really been beneficial to the Rotella especially, but just the plants in general, when every month or two after they get quite overgrown, if you just really hack them right back. It helps them fill out a little bit, and they don't grow quite as spindly. And so ultimately it's helpful, and I think that it looks nice, and the fish who like a little bit more swimming room get a chance to zip around without anything in their way. So this is the finished product. I did have to throw a lot out, but because the Rotella had grown so long, I did replant quite a lot of it too. So it's easy to tell which is the replanted stuff because it's the pink tips. So over here you'll see I replanted a bunch of it here, just in that little bare spot. I'm kind of running out of available room on the substrate to replant stuff, but I replanted a bunch of it here, and so that should grow up and add to this little column there and really fill out that area in between the crypts and break things up a little bit. And I replanted a bunch in the back corner here, and I had to clear out a little spot, so that's why it looks so nice and clean back there and not quite as overgrown and crazy as the spot to the right. So these were the longer pieces that I planted here, and they look great. Rotella is the easiest plant to cut and transplant ever. You just hack it off wherever you want, you put it in the substrate, and it will grow really well. It always recovers. It's awesome stuff for that. So it's a great beginner plant, I think, in that way. I also noticed that I pulled up quite a lot of whatever was left of the Bacopa in this bottom left-hand corner. Since I've stopped fertilizing, essentially this tank has slowly and surely become a 2-plant only kind of tank. The only plants that seem to do well in here since I've stopped fertilizing have been the Bacopa and the Crypts, which is okay with me. I think it still looks nice. It might be a little bit boring to some people, but ultimately I think it still makes a nice scape, and if they do well without the fertilizers, I'm happy with that, at least until I can afford to start buying them again and and getting back into keeping more interesting plants. But anyway, that's what I've done today, so thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you soon.